Morning, everybody. Mike from Kellerman Point. Little happier note today from the last video. We've had 70-degree weather for 3 days in a row. And with 70-degree weather, the grass is getting a little green, which is awesome. So I'm about to go up and get some diesel fuel because we're going to do a little project today. And it's going to be kind of a hillbilly style project because we're working with what we got, and I will show that to you shortly. So yeah, this warm weather's been real nice. What's today? Today's Friday. This past Saturday it was in the 20s and teens at night, and we had snow. We had about 6 inches of snow, and it has since melted. The ground's starting to dry out a little bit, so this little project's going to be fun. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so the next one, I just got to get some diesel. Oh, we got to slow down. There's a cop. He didn't get me. Anyway, yeah, so this involves being out in the field, and it involves moving around. But the animals are not moving around yet because the grass isn't tall enough. They're still in the main field. We're still feeding them hay. We're not going to move them out until the grass is fully grown. Well, not fully grown, but growing. Because in the springtime, when it starts warming up real good, the grass grows like crazy. So that's when we'll move out the goats and the cows. But for now, we're prepping the fields for the cows. But I'm not telling you exactly what it is. Just had to take a loan out to get 5 gallons of diesel. Anyway, but look what I found. This energy drink. And I know I'm driving. Rain White Gummy Bear. I was like, I like white gummy bears. And it tastes like white gummy bears. Friggin' crazy. Yeah, just headed back after getting a loan out for gas and diesel. We are climbing the field. So I got about a ton of lime. And what we're doing is raising the pH level of the field. What that does is cut down on the amount of weeds that we have by raising the pH. Yeah! All right, so I don't know if you heard me, but what we're doing is liming the fields. Liming raises the pH of the soil, makes it sweeter. And by raising the pH, you get less acidic. I think that's how it works. And it should reduce down the weeds. We're trying to make the soil a little bit more viable for grazing. That field you just saw was a smaller field. We had the turkeys up there last year. And then this field is slightly bigger, as you can see. All of that. So Mr. John's gonna go get some more bags, and what we're gonna do is this big section here, from here all the way over to there. We're gonna do that section. Now, the section here, it's real swampy, and there's not much we could do there anyways, and I don't want all that just to waste it. So we're gonna go on the higher ground, and then we're gonna spread there. This is the first field pasture that the cows are gonna go onto once the grass starts growing. And what I've been noticing is it's starting, it's green. It's, you know, it's real small, it's getting real green. So if we keep having warmer temperatures, the grass is gonna start growing real good. So, you know, once it gets about 8 to 10 inches high, that's when we're gonna put the animals out here to eat. This field down here, it's the closest to the house, it's through the woods there. And we had the cows on here for 2 months when we first got them. And what we're gonna do this year is this is where we're gonna run our turkeys. So early spring, once the grass grows, we're putting the cows over here. And once the cows eat it down, this field, we're gonna move them to this field. They'll eat that down. And then once they eat both of these fields down, we're taking the cows and moving to the other barn. There's 11.5 acres up there. That's where we have the buck goats, and that's where we're gonna run the cows. So they'll be up there, and then this should grow, and by the time, I'd say September comes, that's when we put the turkeys out here. And then we're gonna start the turkeys down here, and depending on the weather and how much rain we get this summer, which it's been rainy summers the past few, so we'll start the turkeys down here, move them up this path here, and then we're gonna finish them up in this field here. Last year, turkeys got out a lot, but I think I'm gonna buy a new fence charger and a new fence to keep them in, so it's more, it's hotter, so they don't get as they don't get out. So yeah, so that's the thought. Now, since the cows are out here, we have cow manure in this field, which we never had before. The people before us, they had pigs down here, and then they'd run the goats, and that's all the manure that was down here is goat and cow. Last spring we started the goats here, and then we let it grow. I don't think we cut it, and then we put the cows out here to eat. This year we're starting with the cows, and the cows generate more manure than the goats. So this is already kind of fertilized with the cow manure, and then we're coming along right now with the pelletized lime and throwing that out. So we're gonna see how the grass grows from last year to this year. And you know, pelletized lime or ag lime is just crushed limestone. It's not synthetic, it's not poisonous, you know, it's a rock that got crushed. It's going on the field. So we'll see if we could do that and see how the grass grows and how the weeds get controlled. But I'm really, really excited about this. We got a ton. Looking at it now, like doing the math, you're no more than 1 ton per acre. I didn't have that kind of money this spring, so I got 1 ton for 4 acres total. And every little bit helps. We'll see how that goes. And the best thing about this, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and once it rains, you can put the animals out as soon as the lime goes away with the rain, and it's not going to poison the people. It's not like those little yard signs you see in the neighborhoods of don't walk on the grass. You can walk on limestone. It's not poisonous, or it won't burn you. You know, whatever. Cool. As long as you don't have dandelions, I suppose. All right. So Mr. John's getting 20 more bags. He's loading up. He's coming now. So once he gets here, we'll load up and start again. And actually, this is going pretty quick, and I'm super surprised this little tractor. I mean, we'll put 200-300 pounds in the back, and it's doing the job. I don't notice anything. It's not tipping or nothing. You know, this little guy's a beast. Put some more oil in it this morning. We greased up all the gears, all the Zerk fittings. And what I think we're gonna do is change the oil very soon on this guy, because we didn't change it last year. It's just one of those things that we had down and we never got to. So it's gonna be important that we change the oil on this guy, because we're gonna do a lot more work in the fields with it. We're not cutting pastures or making hay with it, but we do have to plant seed out in the field that we tilled up. So we got to go down, get some pasture seed. We're reseeding it for hay. So and I think we're gonna mix a couple bags of the pelletized lime in with the
lime seed or the grass seed, just to give it a little extra boost. So we should be good. All right, cool. All right, so this is what we're doing: is organic high cal pelletized lime. 000. It's organic. I don't know how limestone cannot be not organic, but whatever. I guess that's one of them selling points. So, see, organic material. It feels so good to be out and doing things in the field. I cannot express to you or explain to you what that feels like. It was freezing cold this weekend, scrounging around for wood to put in the wood boiler, and now we're out here. I'm actually kind of sweating right now. I cannot express how excited I was today to wake up and do this. It's amazing.